Chapter 2. 1 month later. Beads of sweat dripped down Mitch's face as he pushed himself harder than he'd ever pushed himself before. His arms felt like twin flames, burning and aching as he pushed harder. "You're pushing yourself too hard, you know," a voice came from behind. "Alex," Mitch sighed as he let the weights drop with a loud clank. "I have to push myself. It's all I've got." "Hey now," Alex replied as he came around and threw him a towel. "A strong person isn't always the strongest person, if you catch my drift." Mitch sighed. "Yeah, I know." "You gotta get out more. Mom is worried." Alex pointed a finger at his wrist. "You know what today is, right?" Yeah, I know. It's my birthday. Yay," Mitch groaned. "Look, Alex, I just want to be alone." "Yeah, tough guy, huh? You always want to be alone. Well, not today," Alex laughed as he smacked Mitch on the back. "Whatever. I gotta go clean up, bro." Mitch excused himself as he wheeled out and headed for his bedroom.
A major crime wave has struck the entire East Coast today as more and more major retailers are reporting expensive electronics literally disappearing off of the shelves.
The newscaster was reporting on the television. Mitch opened up his special drawer and pulled out a fresh diaper, wipes, and baby powder. He slid himself out of his chair and began the tedious project of removing his messy diaper and cleaning himself.
Some say these reports are simply internal theft and the insurance fraud, but Channel 6 has this exclusive video showing the electronics literally disappearing on camera.
Mitch glanced over at the odd news report and watched as an entire electronics department in a store was suddenly completely empty. What a load of crap. He rolled his eyes as he pulled the fresh diaper up between him and taped up the sides. He clicked off the TV as he wheeled out of his room, deciding that he needed to get outside for a while. "Hey, Mitch!" His mom spied him as he wheeled into the kitchen. "I'm going out for fresh air," he mumbled as he attempted to wheel through the tight kitchen. "Here, I can move that for you." His mom rushed in like usual. "No! I can do it myself!" Mitch yelled in frustration. He shoved the chairs out of the way and forced his way to the door. He opened the door and stopped before exiting. "I'm sorry, Mom. It's just so hard to deal with sometimes. I love you." Mitch looked around at the urban neighborhood that he grew up in as he wheeled himself along the sidewalk. He contemplated the mixed emotions he's been having, trying to deal with the change in his life. To be fair, it was better than being dead, but few people know what it's like to live life unable to do the simple things like walk. Mitch sighed as he looked out on the horizon. It was beginning to look very dark and purple. A storm was coming. Later that day, the rain was pouring down in droves, but it wasn't really a bad time. Mitch was surrounded by friends and family, having a blast at the local barcade. It was a fun social place to play games, eat, and have some drinks. The only sad moment of the night was when he had to wheel past the dance game he always used to play. "Come on, let's do another shot," Alex insisted obnoxiously. "No thanks, man. I'm good. I can't handle that stuff like I used to." Mitch rejected the offer. "I'm gonna play that drum game again, though. I almost got the high score and it takes your picture if you get it." As Mitch wheeled through the arcade, the whole place seemed to shudder as if an earthquake just happened. The lights flickered and a girl screamed. Oddly, Mitch had enough time to contemplate the simple irony that it's always that one female scream you hear in times of crisis. He didn't have time to think much more than that when the entrance of the building exploded and a dust billowed everywhere. From out of the dust cloud, a dark figure came walking into the arcade.
"I just love to make an entrance."
The mysterious figure cackled gleefully.
"Allow me to introduce myself."
He stepped forward into the light to reveal a skinny figure wearing a long black leather jacket and a face completely hidden from view behind a gas mask.
"My name is Damien, and I am looking for something."
He started walking into the center of the arcade, the sounds of breathing within the gas mask sending a chill down the spine. He was heading directly for Mitch's mom, huddled behind the side of an arcade machine. Upon passing the machine, Damien turned his mask to the right and whipped out a gloved hand, grabbing his mother's arm. He yanked her up roughly and violently held his arm around her neck.
I know you are here somewhere. I can feel you. Come out, or I will kill this woman.
Let her go! Mitch screamed as he wheeled directly before Damien. Damien tilted back his head and began laughing profusely as he realized who it was that spoke.
You! I can't believe it. Give it to me now, or I will kill her!
He cackled. Give you what? Money? Look, just let her go! Mitch clamped his hands on his chair.
You don't know, do you? You don't even know. Oh, the irony.
Damien laughed as he squeezed Mitch's mother even more tightly, causing her to become unable to breathe. It was something that began deep inside of him, in the pit of his stomach, his very being. No one can watch as someone threatens the ones you love without feeling it. Mitch reached deep down inside himself and found a power he never knew he had. He thrust with such force that he literally barreled towards his mother's assailant with a fury that took him by surprise. His mother was released just in time and she was swept to the side. Mitch flew out of his wheelchair and pummeled Damien, bringing them both to the ground. Damien began laughing hysterically like a self-destructive maniac.
You are so pathetic. Watch closely now.
He laughed as he shoved upwards with an inhuman strength, throwing Mitch more than 10 feet across the room. Mitch landed in a heap on the floor, his body aching.
You are nothing. You know nothing. You will always be nothing. I am the one. Don't you see? This world is mine. You are nothing but a child. In fact,
Damien sniffed the air dramatically.
Is that a messy diaper I smell?
Damien began laughing, wallowing in his easy victory. As Mitch laid there, a victim of the hurtful words, he became aware of something else. With his eyes closed, he could see a little child. It was himself. He could remember putting his blankie around himself and running around pretending he could fly. He remembered it like it was yesterday. He realized then that he was the child. He always has been. He wanted to be a child again. He wanted to believe that anything was possible. He was a child on the inside. He opened his eyes to a strange sight that didn't make any sense to him at all. His left leg wasn't on the ground. His left leg was floating.
Come over here, little one. I know you can't walk. So why don't you crawl to me and beg me to let you live?
Damien mocked him. Mitch looked up, a look of determination on his face. I don't need to walk. A crash of thunder pealed through the exposed room as rain continued to pour outside. I can fly! Mitch rose up from the heap he was in and floated before Damien.
Good. I was getting bored.
Damien spoke as his feet left the floor.
Now that you have found it, I'll tell you what it is.
Damien continued as he pointed at Mitch.
We both have two halves of a power. Once I take it from you, I will be complete, and I shall remake the world in my own image.
I won't let you, Mitch exclaimed with a certainty.
Won't let me? What do you think this is? Some silly superhero show where you are the good guy and I am the bad guy? This is the real world. And now you will die!
Damien finished as he flew directly towards Mitch with incredible speed. Mitch dodged to the side just in time as Damien went flying past and crashed right into the wall. Plaster and dust flew everywhere as a huge hole was made, leading all the way outside. Mitch flew through the hole and began searching the area as rain pelted him. A crushing force came from above as Damien dropped a large piece of rubble on him. Mitch slowly removed the rubble and shook the daze out of his head. Then he flew onto the roof where Damien was. Lightning lit the sky as Damien came in with a vengeance, wielding a sharp pole. Mitch took the blow across his face and knocked him down to the roof, dazed.
Now I will kill you, and all the power shall be mine!
Damien spoke as he landed and rose the pole to deliver a killing blow. A bolt of lightning lit the sky and struck the pole just in the nick of time. A huge explosion of light flooded the area, and Mitch found himself temporarily blinded. When he was able to see again, all he could see was a black spot on the roof and the metal pole resting to the wayside. Is it over? Mitch asked himself. A short while later, the whole area was buzzing as authorities arrived. Several people were hurt from flying debris, but luckily, no one was killed. There was much confusion as a battered and bloodied Mitch was loaded onto a stretcher and carried back down from the roof to his mother. As it turned out, no one really saw the amazing fight that had happened. Most of the people fled the building or kept hidden, and Mitch's mom, she was knocked unconscious when she pulled away from Damien. "Oh, Mitch! Oh, my little boy!" His mom cried and made a fuss over him. "Ouch!" Mitch gasped. "Oh, Mitch, I'm so sorry." She released her crushing grip. "I'm fine, Mom. Relax. Just go easy on me. I feel like I was run through a meat grinder." Mitch finished as they loaded him and his mom onto the ambulance. After some routine checkups at the hospital, it was decided that his wounds were all superficial. Alex was there as well, and a few hours later, the three of them were wheeling out of the hospital. "Alex," Mitch turned to face his brother. "You okay, man?" Alex peered at him questioningly. "Yeah, never mind."